Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on our single player world. Today, we're going to quickly get started off just preparing some stuff that we need to do for our build today, because we got a pretty cool build coming up today, I think. And I want to just get stuff started. So, you know how we are always challenging ourselves with these things, trying to do a few different things, for instance, making things a bit more challenging, building roofs a bit funnier, and those sorts of things. And what I thought would be a bit more fun, well, a bit of fun, is to perhaps try and work in a bit of normal brick, like brick into our builds. We don't use it very often. I can only think of one time we have actually used it, and that wasn't really, I don't know, I wouldn't really call that too far out of the way, so I think it could work for us. I'm fairly certain it could work for us. We just have to work out how we're going to get it to work for us. That's the trick of it, I guess. So we'll just get those. Those should be good for now. Place them in there, and there we'll actually put in a bit of food. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do is we quickly need a chest. So let's make ourselves a special chest for just us. I like to do this just to make sure we don't mess stuff up. You'll see what we're about to do is fix up a few more chunks. We'll just do that there. And, oh, we've still got Christmas stuff going on. So we'll do that quick. Get rid of that. And I'll show you. We're just gonna do some quick fixing. Ooh. Not too quick, apparently. Yes, some quick fixing. So, pretty much, I've received a lot of comments suggesting that we switch over to Minecraft 1.11.2. Sorry, not 10.2, 11.2. Because that's just been released. And overall, we may as well discuss this now. I'm just going into creative mode. So, game mode, creative. We're going to quickly give ourselves a structure block. There we go, that's all we need. And that should be good. Perfect. Alright, so take some of those just to stick some stuff up. We've got a few chunks that we need to fix. Can we fit out here? Yeah, we should be able to. So obviously I missed a few chunks in the last episode that we did. So I've already gone ahead into our backup world. I've saved them and we're going to place them in here now. So yes, what I was saying is that I have thought about updating to Minecraft 11. What's happening here? 11.1.2. But 1.11.2. What's going on with me? Let's load in there. No. Oh man, I wish there was an undo button. Can I undo this? That's horrible. I wanted it just to be like that, and then negative 30. Let's go 18. We go. Oh man. At least that stuff's saved. Chunk 1. Load. And load again. Okay, we'll need to bring that up 3 more. Okay, cool. So it's not going to be too much to get rid of. Negative 15. There we go. Okay, so we'll just have to remove this at some stage. That's not a big deal. Alright, so that is that there. We'll come back to it. We've got some other chunks to do. 1.11.2, back to this conversation. Oh, I think I've taken the wrong chunks. I'm pretty sure I took those 2 chunks there. Okay, never mind. We'll do them another day, I guess. Yeah, make this task a slow task that we fix over time. So let's quickly get rid of these. Throw that away, and go back to our normal stuff here. Oh, it's not normal if we're not in that. Perfect. Yes, so 1.11.2 is pretty awesome because it allows us to use fireworks to make ourselves fly, which I think is a pretty cool addition. I think it's it's a bit cleaner than what a fly bow is, you know what I mean? It's less glitchy, but in some ways I kind of like the idea of having the punch bow to punch us around. It's more Minecrafty, you know? It's got that feel that you're flying around on like a bit of glitchy business, you know? It's not meant to be like that, but it's Minecraft, and that's why it works. I like that, I really do, and I feel like the firework almost is just a way of making it not as real. I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of it completely. With the idea that they're just trying to stop us from using a flybow in many ways by limiting it to have infinity and punch. Like you can't have infinity and mending on a bow together, which is a bit weird. But I can understand that it could be We'll get used to it. We will, for sure. But what I'm wondering is what's going to happen once we switch over? Is this bow going to go to an infinity non-mending, or will this one stay? Will it just be, like, unable to be put on again? And that got me thinking, perhaps we could maybe go have a look in our item duplication tower, which is not necessarily meant for item duplication, but it has become that, and I'm happy with it. But yeah, I may as well have a look in here. The other thing which I was thinking of with fireworks, which could be a little bit different, which I love to do, is use it to bump us a bit further. Okay, good. Okay, let's see how many we got in here. Yeah, using it to bump us faster in a bit of a horizontal pattern. Okay, so that's just 4. Fair enough. Well, I think the fact that we're not going to the nether is probably what makes it copy things over a bit. But yes, today what we are doing is we're going to be starting on that house around there. And I'm going to get started with it. It's going to be a few episode task here because it's going to be... I want this to be a nice house. It's at the front of our village. Is something in there? Oh, the horse. Yeah, it's at the front of the village. It's a very weird shape, but I think this shape could be a cool shape. And we'll just get rid of these as well. So, there we go. You can see we've marked out some spots. These were just kind of temporary spots, which now can be made into real spots. We'll do that there. We'll probably leave that there. Go out here, and I guess around... Actually, we could probably do it right around here, making this a bit bigger, like that. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. And do one actually over there. Like that. Good. Alright, so this is going to be another challenging build, hopefully. For us, I feel that we're probably gonna kick ourselves that we've done... Well, I'm gonna kick myself that I've done it, but I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be quite a struggle. If I put one there, will that cut off quite a bit of this path? It will. We can make this path work, yeah. We can make this work. So if we can get a few square things, that'll make it a little bit easier. Like there, that'll be... Please? Can I... There we go. Okay, so just to make sure before we continue on, that we do have these things all with... I won't make that. Somewhat of an odd shape. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Where does that come to? Let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Perfect. This is actually a bit of a square. And over there, that's alright. We'll work that one out when we get to it. So what I'm going to do now is, while those things cook up in there, which a lot of them have already, I'm going to go and put a bit of a structure, well, a basic outline of a structure here. Alright, so we're coming back with some progress here. And I've done quite a bit of changes just to get this to all fit in perfectly and just work well. Is that the fire from all the way there that I can hear? It's very alarming. Yeah, I don't know where that fire sound's coming from. Alright, so as I said, I want to be using a bit of this brick over here, which is a very awkward color, as I say. It's a very weird thing. The only thing I can think of that I've used, obviously there's a little bit there, just not as a real structure block. But over here, in the cafe that we built quite a while ago, actually, this is the only place I can think of that I have used it in a structure. And it isn't very prominent, it's just on the roof. However, I do feel like it can work. I don't completely write it off. I used to actually absolutely hate that block. I don't know what it was about it. I just don't like the brick block in general. But I feel like we could perhaps change our minds. I think we can still do something to make it work for us, and I want to try that. I want to give it every go that we can go, and not only that, I feel like if we can get it to work, it'll be an achievement in its own right, because our city our village, our town, whatever you want to call it, just doesn't immediately spit out to you that it's ready for a bit of brick block. But I want to get it going. I want to start making it look like it should be a block that we use. So if we can get this right, I've got a pretty cool plan for it in a future build. If not, we'll have to rethink the future build. But I think it really will lend itself. You guys will enjoy it. This build that I've got planned with this, if it is the case. But as I say, if it doesn't work with the city, we're gonna have to think of something else for it. There, and I realize now that I've also forgotten one of these. Good. Okay, it doesn't immediately work for me. And I expected this, to be completely honest. And one of my plans was actually to get a bit of wood. We'll bring the wood crate over. Whereas it should be in here, right? There. That one. We'll bring those as well. May as well bring everything. Okay. So, as I say, I want to get this to work for us. And how we will do it is, I feel like the trick with this block, I feel, is that it shouldn't really be the prominent block, if you know what I'm saying. So, it shouldn't be the block that sticks out to you and gets in your face. It should just be kind of subtle, like what I've done in that over there. Just subtle, not really sticking out too much. And to do that, I was thinking we could perhaps do a lot of this sort of stuff here, where we end up maybe even knocking out a... Ooh, actually. I realize now that I was a bit silly, but we could actually make this work. There we go. We could maybe put a window in here. And, oh, I think I've actually... Yeah, let's make some of these. Like, stairs. And, man, that really didn't take us very far. The brick that we did use. We'll do that there. Okay, maybe we can get this to kind of pull itself together. I think that we should... ooh. We've got it out here. We should maybe try a few things to make this area a bit less prominent, as I say. Okay, try everything. If, you know what, worst comes to worst, we don't use this block, but I really want it to work. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe get these out. Let's just do that. Let's try and ignore that and that. I don't know. Let's just try this again over here. Doing one of these... Oh, actually, this is a corner. Can't really have a window in the corner. So, in fact... Yeah, we can't do that. That'll be weird inside. This is very interesting. Let's just do everything else out in here. Like that, and those there. Man, let's just do it. Let's just make a corner window. I don't care. We're more for the outside than the inside anyway. There we go. Do I like that? I'm going to say no. But I think we can make it work. And that's going to be the trick. So let's try a few other things with this brick block that might just pull it together a bit. Such as adding a bit of bone block to it. Over here. Because bone block makes everything better. And we'll take this down here a bit. And put these in here. Okay, now if we do this, and we put in some of these stairs, perhaps that will have... Yes, that's slightly better. It's less intrusive, and I feel like that could work for us a little bit more. So that actually gives me a bit of an idea for the future building that I was talking about, where we can actually use the bone block a bit more. So the plan for this is, I wanted to get this block in here, and obviously we won't be getting the block in as a main block, but we will be working it in, and I think that's probably the type of way that's probably the way we have to look at this block, is that it's not a block to be used as a forefront block. It's a bit too busy for this, at least, the way we are building, and I think it's good to just use it as a bit of an accent block, but using it as that block is still pretty cool that we can use it. So the plan with this build, and probably what I should have mentioned to you guys of what I'm picturing this looking like, is from here, I want to be able to see it sticking up above this here. So I want to make it a bit of a tall building, and it's going to be slightly narrow, but not as narrow as this, but slightly narrow, coming up like probably around there. And I'm not too sure the shape, but I wanted to maybe... Oh man, maybe bulge out a little bit. We'll see about that. But I feel like making a tall building and keeping it somewhat narrow, but maybe we'll see if the bulge works, if we do a bit of a bulgy building, kind of like that one, where the top gets a little bit chunkier. But yeah, we'll see how that feels when we get there. I'll get putting these things in. I also want the top story to be a different texture to the bottom story of blocks. We'll get to that as well. Alrighty, so it has changed again. This is what we've got going on here for shape-wise. I thought, it wasn't really looking good. despite the fact that we do want to challenge ourselves, we have to still make this look good. And I want to still get this in, but we're not going to get it in the bottom level. What I'm thinking is perhaps up at the top here, we'll be able to do something a little bit, because this is going to be a 3-story building. Now let's go over here and I'll show you what's going on with the one goal of this building, which was to be seen from the front here. Let's check it out. Go around this way. You can see it's sticking up above there, looking good. And if we go up, back up there again, break, perfect. Up here, we have got ourselves a 3rd floor, which kind of detaches a bit from the 2nd floor here, because this is the 2nd floor. And I like this because it makes a bit more variance in the roof. We can make the roof look a little bit different. And I like that, obviously. I did want to make an odd sort of roof. And it also makes this part of the roof fairly simple, and this part a little bit more simple as well. Because what's going to happen is now we just have to make one little peak with a bit of an odd shape there, which will work out quite well. I've also got a bit of an idea as to how this will go. We got something like that, and then we just have to go up there and do exactly the same thing here, where we push this forward with this slab. So we can do that now. A slab over there, and in each of these we'll put in a slab 1 level up, which is what we're standing on right now, like that. The next plan obviously will be to try and get this brick in, because as I say, it's a challenge, but it's not working out as well as we planned. And it will work out. I'm fairly certain it will work out, because you guys can trust me. I'll get this. But it's just something that maybe isn't as simple as I originally expected. Oh, what? Get out of here. There you go, it's gone. Perfect. And where's the creeper? There's always a creeper. It's bound to come out at some stage. Alright, so the plan for this here, I've just done a little bit of stuff. Got a little bit of a spot here supporting it. I think that looks kind of cool. We'll move the path out a bit. And this over here, I plan on making into a window. In fact, you know what? Let's do the window first. We'll try this out, because I had a bit of trouble once before on a corner window like this. And I feel like it's something that we should probably address. Try and work out how we are going to do this window. So we'll get some of these. Where are they? Trapdoors. There we go. No, trapdoors. And actually, we've got these. We can maybe try a corner. See how this looks on a corner, because it's not going to be completely in the way. Alright, so we'll do something like that. And then we'll go up on these sides here. There. Put a bit of glass in there. Will that work? I don't think so. Nah. We'll have to go up 1 level up. So we'll have to go up like that, which will then maybe just interfere. Maybe it won't with the next level. We'll try it out. See how it goes. That could work. I'm happy with that. That could actually work. We'll put these in here. Yeah, I don't know. It does kind of add a bit of character to it, but I feel like I like the clean build that we get with the bone block. I'm really liking that kind of clean build. So perhaps we're better off just doing a normal bone block over here. There, and there. And then we put in a window over there, which will be probably light blue or cyan stained glass. No, nothing in these at all. Alright, yeah, so probably like a light blue or something along those lines. We also need to get a few more of these. And I've had to go cut down trees a few times, actually, for this. So we'll do that. Get ourselves as many of these as we can. There we go. And we will need probably, let's just do 36 should be alright. 36 of these. Which makes next to nothing. Perfect. Right. So how does this look? Those are in there. We'll get rid of that, and that there. Okay. Then we'll put these in here. Like that one there. One of those there. And there. Good. Alright, that'll work. We'll mess around with that a bit more. The next plan is, obviously, as I like to finish these builds off, we probably should actually just put the roof on. So I'll go and I will put that on right now. Okay, good. We've got some progress happening here. That's an important thing. Now, what I'm thinking with these particular stairs, these bricks, just plain bricks, is perhaps we could maybe work it in there. I'm not too sure about this roof as well, by the way. I feel like today hasn't been our day for building, but remember, if we can get a certain percentage of days to work well for us, we'll eventually get everything to work. That's the thing. You know, some days you just can't get it to look good. And today I feel like that's the case. I feel like this roof requires a bit more love. Like, look at that. I feel that corner, originally I had it stacked a little bit. In fact, what I think I might do, and this will probably be between the episodes, is take this up here. Like, just chunk that out from there. So keep the rest of the roof as is, and get that to kind of go up at that angle that we originally built those things. I think that could look quite good. And get the roof just to match up with it. That will be a good thing, I think. The other thing that we've got going on, why is it always nighttime when we start recording? The other thing, which I really do love about this, is just how nice and neat and compact it is. I think it's working pretty well for how compact in terms of space used on the ground to the amount of height that we've got on it. I think the height's working quite well. So let's... Oh, no. Where's this? I actually think I know where the zombie is. Okay, I don't know where the zombie is. Yeah, I really like how it's just looking kind of bulgy up like that. Like, look at that. That's just looking good. It's kind of similar to what I have over here, where it's all narrow, but it looks tall. And I'm pretty happy with it, despite the fact that this is 3 stories tall. But yeah, guys, for today, please let me know if you guys have got any tips with building with these and getting them in here. I feel like the block is just a bit too clashy for me to have as a main block, but there must be some way that we can work these in to make them work really, really well for us. It has to happen. It's the challenge. We've challenged ourselves. We have to get it to work. But yes, guys, that will do it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.